Every morning, the whole harbor watched an old man walk the docks of the fishing fleet he owned, and every boat captain tipped his hat as he passed. But 10 years earlier, this same man had stood on this same dock at midnight, so deep in debt he could not afford bread, wondering if his family would be better off without him. What happened in between was not luck. It was 1 hour, repeated 10,000 times. This is his story. Tomas was 40 years old, and he was drowning. Not in the sea, though he worked it every day, but in debt. He was a fisherman in a small harbor town, and no matter how hard he pulled the nets, the money vanished before the month was done. The boat payment, the mended roof, the loans his father left behind. Tomas worked harder than any man in the harbor, and he was still the poorest among them. He did what tired men do. He woke late, rushed to the boat, worked until dark, and collapsed. He told himself there was no time to think, no time to plan, no time for anything but survival. And every year, survival cost a little more than he earned. Then came the night of the storm. The fleet stayed in, the net stayed empty, and the collector came anyway. Standing on the dark dock, Tomas finally admitted the truth. Working harder was not working. He did not need a bigger catch. He needed a different life. The change began with an accident. Unable to sleep, Tomas walked to the harbor at 5 in the morning, hours before the fleet woke, and there, on the quiet dock, sat old Mateo, the retired captain everyone called comfortable, mending a net in the dark.
Tomas asked him why he was awake before the sun, and Mateo said something Tomas never forgot. The day belongs to whoever meets it first. They talked until sunrise. And when Tomas confessed his debts, his exhaustion, his shame, the old captain did not offer him money. He offered him an hour. "Meet me here at 5 every morning," Mateo said, "and I will teach you what the sea taught me about money. Sleep is sweet, but so is freedom. You cannot have both until you choose." So Tomas chose. The first morning hurt. The second hurt worse. His body begged for the warm bed, and the dark kitchen felt like punishment. But on the quiet dock, with the world still asleep, something strange happened. For the first time in 20 years, Tomas could hear himself think. In that first quiet hour, Mateo taught the first rule: pay yourself first. Out of every 10 fish you catch, 1 belongs to your future. Not what is left over, Mateo said, because nothing is ever left over. The first fish, before the bills, before the bread. Tomas laughed. He could not afford it. Mateo asked him a question. If the sea took 1 fish in 10, would you starve? No, Tomas admitted. He would manage. Then manage, said the old man. Be your own storm. So Tomas began. 1 coin in 10, set aside before anything else, no matter how loud the bills shouted. And Mateo was right. The family did not starve. The missing coin was absorbed by 100 small choices, and the jar in the floorboards began to fill. In the second month of 5 o'clock mornings came the second rule. Make your money work while you sleep.
A coin in a jar is a prisoner, Mateo said. A coin put to work is a servant. Together, they took the jar and bought a share in a neighbor's ice house, the one every boat needed to keep the catch fresh. It was small, it was boring, and every month it quietly paid Tomas while he slept. His money had become his second pair of hands. The third rule came in the third season: guard the gate. When the harbor heard Tomas had savings, the harbor came knocking. A cousin with a sure thing, a trader promising to double his coins in a month, a scheme about pearls that made his heart race. Mateo only asked one question of every offer. If it is so certain, why do they need your coins? Slow money grows, the old man said. Fast money flees. Tomas turned the offers down and watched other men chase them and come home empty. And the fourth rule was the hardest: sharpen the fisherman, not just the net. Part of the morning hour became learning. Tomas studied the weather patterns the old captains knew. He learned to read the market prices in town instead of taking the dock price. He learned to mend his own engine, to salt and smoke fish that did not sell fresh. Every skill raised the value of every hour he worked. The best investment you will ever find, Mateo told him, walks around in your boots. Season after season, the quiet hour compounded. The ice house share bought a second share. The savings bought a sturdier boat at a widow's honest price. The smoked fish sold in winter when fresh fish could not. Nothing exploded. Nothing was lucky.
It was slow, boring, and unstoppable, like a tide coming in 1 inch at a time. 5 years in, the storm returned, the worst in a generation. Boats were lost, debts were called. Men who mocked the 5 o'clock fool came to the dock with their heads down, asking for work. And Tomas, with no debts, with savings, with an ice house that earned even when the fleet could not sail, did not sink. He bought 2 damaged boats for the price of 1, repaired them with his own hands, and hired the very men who had laughed at him. The storm that ruined the harbor built his fleet. 10 years after the midnight on the dock, Tomas owned 7 boats, half the ice house, and the smokehouse on the hill. He was not the smartest man in the harbor, nor the strongest, nor the luckiest. He was simply the one who met the day first, 1 quiet hour at a time. One morning, Tomas found a young deckhand on the dock at dawn, red-eyed and desperate, the way he had once been. The boy asked him the question everyone asked, "What is the secret?" And Tomas gave him the answer, and the hour, that Mateo had once given him. The day belongs to whoever meets it first. Here is what the story leaves with us. The hour before sunrise is not magic. It is simply the only hour the world will not steal from you. And in that hour, 4 small rules, repeated for years, will quietly rebuild a life. Pay yourself first, 1 coin in 10. Put your money to work while you sleep. Guard the gate against fast money. And sharpen yourself, because you are the net that catches everything else. You do not need a bigger catch.
You need a quiet hour and 10 years. The tide is already turning. Meet it first.